Your mental state determines your experience of life. Prioritize your mental health like you would your physical health. Exercise your mind with new challenges and positive self-talk. Life is difficult because we don't appreciate the things that come easily. Sometimes a hypocrite is nothing more than a man in the process of changing. Given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. Experience, don't expect. Experience life. Do not carry expectations on how it should be. Keep your personal life private and not telling everyone everything, even when you have a lot to say, is top-tier self-care. Find a relationship where you, naturally being you, make the other person happy. One of the most dangerous things you can do is compare your life to somebody else's. It's not a race. It's your journey. The only time you should look into someone else's bowl is to make sure they have enough. Don't let loneliness drive you to make temporary decisions with long-term consequences. Once you are in the right direction in life, you stop getting offended and angry all the time because you have so much better to do with your time. Your growth depends on your willingness to keep learning, even when it's boring. Don't give up after the first failure. Failure is not the end. It's just a detour on the road to success. When you believe, your mind finds a way to do. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. If you are unhappy, you are doing something wrong. Be not afraid of moving slowly. Be only afraid of standing still. Embrace the long game. Patience is the ultimate competitive advantage in the game of life. Your future needs you. Your past doesn't. It's scary when things change, but it's even scarier when they don't. Someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. The things you own end up owning you. Speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. Youth is happy because it has the capacity to see beauty. Anyone who keeps the ability to see beauty never grows old. Every person alive hits a crossroads in life when you have to let go of the past and forge ahead into something new. The only sad thing would be clinging to the past once it's out of reach. On a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in the wrong path. The magic you are looking for is in the work you are avoiding. Pain only leaves you when it teaches you something. Some lessons have to be learned twice. Being cool, calm, and collected in a stressful situation is extremely important. This doesn't mean you need to suppress your emotions. Just don't let them get the better of you. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Honesty without kindness is brutality. Kindness without honesty is manipulation. They've promised that dreams can come true, but forgot to mention that nightmares are dreams too. To realize that you are not your thoughts is when you begin to awaken spiritually. The world is a tragedy to those who feel, but a comedy to those who think. You are either part of the problem or part of the solution. You must discipline yourself carefully. You must keep the promises you make to yourself and reward yourself so that you can trust and motivate yourself. Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss. When you build in silence, no one knows where to attack. Stop overestimating others and underestimating yourself. You give power to someone you blame for your problems. You should never sacrifice what you could be for what you are. The more you spend clinging to the past, the less likely your future will be any brighter. The only failure is not trying. The only rejection is not asking. The only mistake is not risking anything. If you can't say no, then your yes means nothing. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, including yourself. Luck comes to those who work hard. Good things do not come to those who wait. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Never attribute to malice that which can be adequately explained by stupidity. Never go to the past, not for happiness, not for justification, not for excuses. The world is what it is. You are what you are. You only get one body. Take care of it. You'll have it all your life. And while it is incredibly resilient, it can only give you what you put in. Don't base your own self-worth on the opinions of others. Prioritizing yourself is not selfish. Light travels faster than sound. That's why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. If you don't like something about your life, you have to change it. It's not going to change for you. When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen. Don't do anything that you will have to lie about later. Sometimes you just need to relax and have faith that things will work out. Let go a little and just let life happen. Life is inherently risky. There is only one big risk you should avoid at all costs, and that is the risk of doing nothing. You're the only person who has to be with yourself 100% of the time. So start liking yourself and who you are. Don't worry about what people say behind your back. They are the people who are always finding faults in your life, instead of fixing the faults in their own life. Sometimes painful things can teach us lessons that we didn't think we needed to know. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. It protects your time and priorities. Maybe you are not healing because you're trying to be who you were before. That person doesn't exist anymore because there's a new you trying to be born. Breathe life into that person. If someone says something and then says, "I am joking," he or she is always serious about that said thing. People only want to hear the good, not the bad. So if you have issues, it'll be hard to find people to confide in. Once you hurt someone, they're not likely to forget. They will always remember how much you've hurt them. One negligible action can have devastating consequences. Be happy on your own. Don't seek out someone else to validate your existence. People want you to succeed, but not more than themselves. No is one of the most powerful words in existence. Don't be a people pleaser. You'll be alone in the most difficult times of your life. These times will make you wise, mature, and fearless. You must welcome change as a rule, but not as your ruler. Just because things could have been different doesn't mean they'd be better. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. Your self-worth is non-negotiable. Never settle for anything or anyone that diminishes it. Be careful what you tolerate. You are teaching people how to treat you. You will never be 100% sure about a decision, but always make a decision because it's better to go back and fix it than to never make it at all. It's not the mistakes that define one's character, but the manner in which one responds to those mistakes. Hard work doesn't always guarantee success, but laziness almost certainly guarantees failure. You'll never be truly happy if you constantly seek validation from others. There will always be someone who can't see your worth. Don't let it be you. You learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time.